Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to episode 18 of Captain of Industry. Um, in our last episode, we started upgrading our trucks as well as a couple of other big bits and pieces, upgrading our houses and starting the project on our new bridge to get onto the main island here. That way we have a source of wood to be bring over via a train. Now, we also did a bit of research and we've also unlocked our unit storage upgrades. So we can actually place these in here, or maybe we have to place these first and then we should be able to just what about if we quick build these first? Yeah, can we place that? Feel like you used to be able to. And I guess now we can't. So it looks like they're gonna have to all be destroyed. Isn't an issue. We can just use a bit of Unity to get rid of those, and hopefully when the trucks come to empty these, they should hopefully take them straight over to the bridge here, as it needs a lot of steel to make it. Just once we have some free trucks, we've got a few that are being idle at the moment, and they're trying to get to. Right, so this is where I guess it's going to be interesting. So it looks like we're going to need to make some amphibious vehicles. Right. Now you guys should be able to run along the beach to get down. So that should be fine. So let's get a few of those queued up. They have a bigger capacity, so they'll work out a bit better. Yeah, it looks like we've got trucks trying to bring stuff here and they can't actually drive on this until it's done, maybe. I'm thinking that's probably the issue. That's fine, we'll get the trucks to do that. What we'll also do is to make it a bit easier on ourselves, we'll put in a little ramp in here so they can just drive straight down. Oh, he's already making that for us. How many of those will make? 10. Yeah, cool. That should keep us in the should keep us within our 200 limit. Yeah, okay. Still need some more. Let's boost that one. We'll see how they go running that for now. Seems like they're getting all the parts they need. And we are doing pretty good for our storage wise. We are clearing the rock out. I think we've got 6 extensions on here now. I don't know, still running the 5 extensions. That's alright. Still expanding there. We're expanding over here. Seems like, yeah, a lot of these trucks are currently wanting to try to expand over there. So let's add a few more trucks onto here. We've only got the small excavators there. We've just unlocked our next lot of pipes too. So let's clear all that off. Got a little bit still going on here. We'll add that all to the queue. We can make our advanced trains. And that way we can take more over, bring more over, and we can make it a bit more efficient. Instead of having so many cars onto it, we can just run those couple. And how are we going with making that? We're still making one more truck. It hasn't got too much longer to go. I feel like we should be mining more rock though. These guys are mining plenty of it. Yeah, we're going to change. Where is it? Here. We're going to build a ramp here somewhere. We're going to run up the side of this mountain. So let's start looking into that. So that's probably not going to work. Probably need to go in a little bit more. Something like that. And then build our ramp up. Yeah, we'll probably build something like that. For now, that will clear off the edge of that for us. Our limestone is pretty full, so let's just get you guys to start chopping into some of that as well. We'll expand it off backwards too, and we'll even bring it back a bit. That way I can expand this one a little bit more. Now we're going with the copper. We're slowly getting through. I mean, we honestly don't really need that as a bypass anymore. We're pretty much through it. Yeah, so we have heaps of iron. We have a look at our steel over here. Have we got one of those? We do. Okay. So here we go. He's now kicking into action. Gonna load up the concrete. And he is going to start building that bridge. I think they're a little bit faster once they enter the water. There we go. And he is off. Just like that. So what we can do is we can unpause all of these ones for now. We'll let the vehicles do that in the free time. And over this side, we need to set up our system here. So we clear all of this. And we'll grab our big storage unit here. Chuck that into there. Get that made as a tier 2. We'll throw that into there as well. Alright, let's have a look why we're not making tier 3 parts just yet. Just unpause all those so we're in full production. And we're going to upgrade all of those conveyor belts. There we go. And we can just start speed tracking it so it goes a little bit faster for us. There we go. Now, should be making plenty of these. We'll do the same thing here. We'll upgrade all of those. And we can unpause all of those as well, so that way they're running. We'll upgrade these while we're at it too, since it wants it. Cool. And let's order some more wood over. Cool, so we're stocked up on wood now. We should see some trucks bringing that wood over. And how are we going for our tier 3s? Now they're actually being built up at a pretty reasonable pace. So I'm pretty sure a truck just took some parts off us. So he looks like he's building that up. So let's change this around. Let's say this is a urgent. I think that's now finished. That's why we've got no parts, because of the houses we were building. I completely forgot about that, but that's alright, they're done now. And we're now throwing them into our unit storage level 3. We're also going to build another one here for it. We're going to say that one's a high priority, so that will get built after this. That way we can store the iron up. There we go, and it's done. Cool, so we should see steel going straight in and straight back out. Now they're building this one. We're going to say you can import and export out of these. So what if there's any steel laying around like here, they can chuck it in there. Now we've got a lot of other level construction parts, so I hope we use those first before we start using the ones out of here. Send our ship out again. Where is that boat? Oh, there it is. So just heading out now. It is a bit more of a trip to get it out to sea from here, but okay, we'll do its thing. But it is out of the way for us. If we have a look here, we've got plenty of concretes being delivered as well as some steel. Looks like there's one there, And I think there might be one heading back currently. And we don't have enough vehicle parts. Why is that? Chuck that on a boost again. I think it's because I was waiting on a bit of steel there. They do require a bit more construction parts to make though. But once this line backs up again, we should be right. Yeah, everything is running to a point. Still have plenty of iron ore, and I believe we have plenty of trucks waiting to drop it off as well, which is good to see. Here he is on his way over. He's got 104. Okay, so he hasn't got a small amount. We got this guy at the park over here as well. Right. Seems like we're taking a bit of a cut in the wire. Would also be part of the issue, so let's just boost those two as well. Hopefully get a bit more wire out. What do these need? They need 12. This produces 48, so yeah, this should catch up. Just with a bit of time. Looks like we got to place another order for our rubber, for our wood. So we'll do that. Looks like we're definitely chopping into our coal now with that pit. Yeah, I do think we are using quite a bit of our food, so let's look at some fertilizer. Now, sulfur's been building up this whole time. I forgot about that. Right, so fertilizer. We just need ammonia and oxygen, which we can do that pretty easy. What's that made in? Chemical plant. Okay, so we grab that air separator real quick. Chuck that in there. Should be expanding this out at some point. I just don't know when. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, he's got a lot of concrete on there. I don't even know how he's balancing so much concrete. That would have to weigh heaps. Oh well, he's getting it done. Okay, anyway, we've got this. Let's build a smokestack on the nitrogen side because we don't need nitrogen. We need the oxygen. Then what we'll do is we'll grab the what is it we're after here? There it is, chemical plant. We need that. Is it gonna fit there or not? Oh, we got a collision there, that's why. Okay, so let's put it over here. We're gonna say to make our what do you call this? Our fertilizer. Then what we're gonna do, break all that down. And what we're going to do is break this down as well. And then we'll grab our pipe balancer, chuck this in here, which is what I should have done from the start. And then what we can grab is a flare. We even grab a second one here. And set the priority out for in there. And we'll quick build all of these. That way it's starting to run straight away. Should see that building up now, which it is. We'll go back to our faster speed here. Yes, it's waiting on the sour water, which is waiting because we've got fuel. Seems like we're not keeping up with the light oil at all. So let's look at the naphthalene. Can use naphthalene and sulfur to make rubber. Naphthalene's just made with the light oil here. That's right, we're getting it back down now. Okay, now we've got these. Let's connect these up. Probably go straight up with it. It's probably going to be pretty rough. So this is our ammonia, so that can go straight into there. And then for our oxygen, we will run it straight under this exact same line. Now generally what happens is I will build all of this stuff, and then when it comes to needing to improve it, I will actually pull all of this apart and make it way more efficient. At the moment it's just to get us going, which is what we need. Okay, then I need you to get right out of there, and as well as you. Now, to make our tier 2, we need that plus limestone and the sulfur. So we need to get limestone down here. What's that made in? A chemical plant? That is made in a mixer. So we'll grab that recipe there. And we'll chuck it there. We'll actually change that up a little bit. Let's do it this way. Bring it back a little bit, give it a little bit of space. Chuck that into there, and then we will connect those up together. Build those. And then for our limestone, what we're going to do is place in a loose storage in the middle between them. No, we won't be. We'll place a... How much do they need? They need 6. These hold quite a bit, so let's use a smaller one. And then what we'll do is we'll grab some U-shaped lifts. We'll chuck one in here. We'll also chuck one there and one there as well, and rotate these both around the other way so they feed in. Connect those up and connect that up like so. There we go. And that is going to be for our fertilizer level 2, which will boost our food. Then what I'll do is need to access in here, but can I get it over enough? I cannot. So we'll chuck it. Yeah, we'll chuck it there. What am I doing? I need that one. Oh, we also need the sulfur as well, which we'll get over very shortly. Go up and over like that or something. Perfect. That will be fine. And now for our sulfur. We can take directly from the end here and run it into there. So we'll grab a U-shaped lift here. We'll chuck one there, and we will chuck one there, and we'll also flip this around. No, it doesn't want to flip. Alright, that's alright. We'll chuck that into there. Now I don't think that's going to work the way I want it to, so I think we're going to have to build it a little bit higher. I think 4 is the number we're going to need. And am I going to be able to get that connected? No. That's right. How did you get in there? Yeah, right. They just drive around there. We'll copy that one. We'll flip it around. Oh, not the way I want it, apparently. Rotate those around. Or toggle the direction as it says. And that up. There goes our next truck. He's got some steel. Yeah, we're really lacking on the steel here. Because I don't have enough oxygen. Okay, so let's build some more of these here then. We could build both of those, and we will chuck our pipes onto there. Run these all the way up and connect it straight into that line, just like so. And the same thing there. Get that running. Now we produce, so what's that, 36, 36 times 4, yeah, I can't really type it like that. Do I actually have sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what some of these buttons are, because I'm using a smaller keyboard than normal. I do need to get myself a full-sized keyboard again. But this is doing the trick. Let me just bring my calculator up real quick. So 36 times 4 is 144. So 144, and 18 times 8 is 144. So we need exactly 4. So that should keep up with the production now. Is there stuff that's boost that we don't need to boost, because we are losing unity again? I'm going to say we probably don't need to boost these two here. Let's collect our sulfur up to here. make that a fast belt. There we go. Now we're using the sulfur and oh, we didn't even connect up the limestone. Right. There we go. Now we've got it running. So what is it? 6 limestone and 6 sulfur, which is fine. Now we're going for ammonia. Ammonia is pretty full. Well, it's only half full, so we should be pretty right with this. We sort of are constantly producing fuel. We have a lot of vehicles still trying to deliver over there. So I'm going to say we have a lot of idle vehicles. 7, 6, yeah, there's a few there. How are we going with this? We are waiting on these parts, and because of that, we're waiting on our mechanical parts. Okay. So I think I've got this set up that... Actually, I have no clue how I've got this set up. Priority out needs to be that way. I do have a bit of unity there. Let's just boost these. Clear that. Some areas are outside. Yeah, that's alright. Let's just quickly fix that up. So we're going to put a point into there and point into there. And we'll just make it like a triangle for now. Cool. Alright. So how many amphibious trucks do we have? We have 6. If we have a look at our bridge, slowly getting there. The concrete's slowly being built up, as well as the steel is very slowly being built up. But we should see a lot more steel production now since we've got the oxygen all sorted. Yeah, as we can see here, the oxygen line is pretty full. Copper is starting to go down a bit quicker. We've got the acid to work. Why use... He's got acid there. Why use not running with the acid? I'm going to say that's because there's trucks importing it into here. So we'll let that clear itself out. There we go, moved back over to the acid. Now we're getting our pure copper again. Cool. So we're starting to build that back up now. Incineration plant is finished, just like that. let's have a look at how our waste is going. Waste is not good at all. I think that might have been the issue. There you go, our waste is slowly being built up into the city, and now we're starting to consume it again. We might just build a second one of these and connect those both up into there like so. We just get Unity to build all of that. Also upgrade these lines here. That way we can get a max throughput. There we go, as we can see, it's now cleared out. Just like that. Now our settlement is empty. Although I'm hoping a truck hasn't collected that trash and put it somewhere where I'm not too sure. Our boat is still currently out there. It looks like we've found ourselves a sulfur mine. So let's just go that a little bit more forwards and see, or a little bit more south and see what we can see there. We'll also check out our concrete. Concrete production is still pretty good. There's no issues there at all. Okay. I think there's only one more truck being built now. Oh, there's two more. If we have a look, we now have plenty of fertilizer here. So what we're going to do is, because we are going down on food now pretty quick, is we're going to build a fertilizer tank here. And we're going to connect that up as well. Alright, now we should see some trucks heading up with that. Looks like they're back into mining in here now. They've almost finished clearing this off. There's only the last little bit now. We might even get them to just clear the rest of that while they're at it. Not as a ramp though, that is definitely not what I want. There we go. Like that. We have a nice level wall and we can have more people if we need to. We're still growing our population. We still have 145 free housing units. So we're going to have 1,440 population here. Okay. So there should be plenty of people for now. We shouldn't need any more until we do our next major upgrade. Looks like we're building multiple parts of this bridge at once. Okay. So instead of building just the one part, they're building multiple. So let's fix this up. So we're going to say that that's a 2, that's a 3, that is 4. This one here, what's that? That's the 4, so this is the 5. This is 6. And unpause that one and say that's 7. And unpause that one as 8. And we can unpause this as 9. And we can unpause this as 10. Now the way they should be building it is the way that it was, that way they're starting up here, which I think this guy's going to now. I can't wait till this is done. I reckon it'll be pretty cool to have the bridge and a train going across it for all the wood that's over here, because there is heaps of wood, and that is what I want. All right. Got a lot of scrap on you. We also have a lot of scrap there and sand, so I need to try and clear some of this out. Let's give this a high priority to get rid of. Okay. Alright, so next plan of attack is, yeah, we do need to expand this out. So I think once we finish here, we'll get all these guys to come up over here and start clearing out some of this land here. We are going to probably touch into the iron that's here. But that shouldn't be a problem for us. And we're also going to do some more upgrades here. So for our iron, with their small pickups for the iron, we'll get them to start making those. We'll clear those completed tasks, and then after that we will get the small excavators to turn into bigger excavators in the iron mine as well. Yep, cool. So that will start building that. Since we're full trucks, there's no point doing that. Yeah, let's place another order for some wood. We'll upgrade that conveyor as well, so it pulls it out a bit quicker. And I think we might also upgrade this pipe to a tier 3. There we go. That way it can handle the 3 different outputs here. Okay, fertilizer is still being built, still being made. Let's see if I can get you out of there. No, it looks like you are actually stuck, so let's recover him. Recover. And let's set up our... do we need tanks there? I don't think so. Why is there no vehicles importing over here? Because I've got, so they can't export out of there. So they should cycle those 2 trucks just there, should cycle through all the jobs that they're trying to do. We should see them over here. No job, navigating. Yeah, so we got 1 truck that's just gone out and done its thing. Okay, cool. So we are definitely consuming that now. And that'll be just a boost for here. I don't think we need the boost on the other side. Here's a truck coming up with it near. Should see two large trucks. There we go. And we should start pumping that straight into here. And we should be able to target this to say 140%. That'll get the soil fertility up. And as you can see, we're now starting to produce more vegetables. We'll get rid of this and change this back to vegetables, to potatoes. We'll get that producing potatoes. Okay. So it looks like there's a couple more trucks on their way. He's taking a shortcut straight down there. He's climbing over everything. Alright, how are we going for rock? So we're clearing it out still. Dirt slowly being processed. How are we going here? We're slowly getting it done. There's not really too much left here now. And once we've done that, we will actually connect it up over here once we place the dirt on top of here. That way we can start growing some trees over here. So I still think it's going to be a bit of a ways before we can get these done. This one's almost done. How are we going for steel? Steel is empty. And why is the steel empty? I say it's because we can't get the gases out quick enough. So now, where do they go? They're here. Yeah, see, so our gas is pretty, or exhaust gas is pretty full. So let's upgrade that to a tier 3. That should help clear out the system a little bit more now. Still got some exhaust in there, so let's come over here and upgrade this whole line here. Yeah, we'll just set it out like that. Also upgrade this line as well while we're at it. We don't need to upgrade it to the end. We should see here a bit more exhaust is now starting to come through. It is clearing it all out, which is good to see. We should now be producing steel a bit more. This one's saying it's got no oxygen. That is because that pipe is back to front. There we go. Are there any others that aren't moving? Doesn't appear so. Right, so we've just unlocked our ship bridge. So let's upgrade that to a level 2. That is going to take a little bit of maintenance. We do have 500 here. We can see we've already got trucks assigned and already taken those parts. What else did it need? Needs steel. Okay. Yeah, I think we need to look at changing this whole setup again. So I don't think this is cut out for it now. Yeah, we need to definitely upgrade our blast furnaces so we can get some more resources going through. Well, if we have a look, this is producing 24 and this is only producing 12 from 24. So Let's have a look. Advanced smelting gives us our tier 2 oxygen furnace, which needs then 48, which gives us 24 steel. Gives us more copper, and we then also unlock the large crusher, which we will need to make our sand once we're ready to move on to that. It just helps out with it, makes it a little bit more quicker. What do you got? You've got maintenance. Mechanical parts. I don't know why I keep calling it maintenance. It is mechanical parts. Fertilizer's pretty good here. This guy is still trying to take that concrete away, the cable bridge. One's almost got all the concrete it needs. Now this guy's onto the second one here. There's the next one. He's going to the second one as well. Now I see why they're not taking full loads anymore. Because we're not pumping enough concrete into here. So we're going to say the priority in is that side. I think we've got the priority out as that side. So yeah, that's always going to be for our machines. So what we can do is we can just clear all of that. You know what, we probably don't need to clear it all, we just need to pause it. So we're not putting concrete in there, we need to actually keep the concrete. We're also going to upgrade this one here. We're going to unboost all of these. You're waiting on glass. Why are you waiting on glass? Because molten glass is here. Broken glass is full. All right, though. Okay. I thought I said that as a priority in. Let's upgrade this line. That will allow a bit more broken glass to come out. And that should get it moving again. There we go. Now we can see a lot more broken glass coming through. We'll also upgrade that one. Yeah, okay, that should hopefully sort it out. I'm almost thinking we're gonna have to put a system in here just to help with it. So it seems like it's still stopping and starting. Well, actually, we are starting to get through it now. I can see it is starting to slow down. Oh, sorry, speed up. Okay, cool. So the glass is good now. That is all backed up. And should almost just make a line down here. Like so. That way it constantly has glass there, and then whatever excess there is, it can throw it back into the storage. I think that's the way we should run that. Once we can get these to the next level, which I think we get with that advanced smithing, is it? No. Where do we get the next level for glass? Well, it's not the arc furnace. Was it all the way down here? Surely it's not. Doesn't look like it. Can also grab ourselves a greenhouse to help produce more food, so we'll add that to the list as well. I can't find this. Was it glass? Glass maker. Where am I looking? That's that one. It's definitely not there. Oh, it's all the way here. Okay, so we've got a little bit before we get to that. Good thing about that is it doesn't make any broken glass, so it'd be a lot better for our future operations. They are a lot longer though. But yeah, it'd be a lot better for our operations when we get to that point. Now, so we have plenty of rock moving through here. We have a lot of coal and a lot of sand. We have a look here. We're now starting to have a lot more concrete come through now, having it set up like that. If we go and have a look at our bridge, surely one of these are heading to that part there. Yeah, there we go, 21. You need a bit more than 21 to get you there. You need 4 more. Okay. You've got 100, you're going straight to the second segment. You've got 16, you're going to the second segment. You're going to the second segment as well. Yeah, okay. That's fine. We can definitely work with that. Let's go a little bit fast here. Okay, so looks like we're starting to run our power and we're also starting to run out of fuel. Why is that? Because we've ran out of crude oil. It looks like we're starting to use more crude oil. Upgrading all of these vehicles and probably our upgrading our vehicles is probably the biggest part of it. Not so much our vehicles running, because if we have a quick look here, they use 0.64 and these use 0.26. So it's not really too much of a difference. I'm going to say maybe our bigger excavators might be using a bit more. Yeah, they can use up to 1.3 when they're running. These guys here shouldn't be using any fuel. we're going to pause both of them there. That way they shouldn't be using any maintenance, because I think, yeah, while they're on, they're using maintenance. Yeah. So we'll keep those guys paused. Still slowly upgrading all of our trucks around here. How's our fuel? Is that building up again? Looks like the vehicles are taking fuel out of here for the construction of those vehicles. I'm going to take guess you're still trying to navigate to build this bridge. Yeah, so if we can, I wonder if there's a way that we can set this out. Ban construction jobs for default all zones. Can we add a zone here and set the area? How do we click and drag? Righto. So if we set that up there, like so, bring this corner in and this corner in, and put a point there. There we go. Okay, now we've got that set. We're going to say ban the vehicles, pickup trucks, and that, and unban those. And then for our zone 1, we're going to say to ban those. Okay, that should sort out the issue that we have here now. Navigating to, what are you waiting on? Why aren't you moving at all? You're still heading over there. Let's have a look. So default is he is banned. Get rid of that. And zone 1. Construction zones are default. No, we're going to leave it at that. And now they should be... Oh, okay, so set him to zone 1 and set him to zone 1. And if we come over here and set all of these guys to the zone 1 as well, this one's slowly getting there. Zone 1, zone 1, zone 1, and zone 1. So you can only now construct. You can't actually... okay, so... Right, so if we take the filter away from here... Yeah, cargo deliveries, there we go. Now they should... start working again. Oh, we're going to scrap that because I don't think that's working. So let's delete that. Let's turn that back on. There we go. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, they're working again. And yeah, there we go. So that ramp's done as well. So it looks like they're taking this path as it's a little bit quicker for them. There we go, 122 potatoes a month. So yeah, we should be pretty well sorted on our food. Yet we don't have much food heading down at all. So let's just quickly fix this up while we're here. Let's put that there and get rid of that so they can get through. Yeah, why are you not bringing any food? You know what? There's trucks apparently on their way. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know why they're not bringing food down here, but that's alright, I guess. They'll slowly work it out. Here come some more trucks. There's 4 just there. Another one. Let's just have a quick look at these. There's 1. They should all be hopefully building that bridge by the looks of it. Where are you going? To build that. So why did you just drive this way to... Huh? I am so confused. These guys now have iron ore. So let's change this up. Let's get used to stop dealing with all this, because yous are now causing me issues. Stop mining there. I want you to we'll bring this back this way, because we're going to start we'll start flattening this out here. Start flattening that out. We'll build a ramp up and we'll build a ramp back down as well. Why? Where? What? Oh, I see. Yous are impeding on this area here. So let's bring that back, shall we? We do not want yous mining that area at all. So get back down here and start mining this area out, please. So now I need you to sort yourself out. Let's add 4 trucks onto here. We'll add 6. We got 3 excavators there. And what we're also going to do is we're going to grab these excavators and request for them to be upgraded as well. Alright, cool. Where is that 3rd excavator though? I want to know. 1, 2, and there you go. Request him for that. I don't want you to be mining that iron. That is a nuisance. Alright. We're going to mine into this wall here. Because what we'll do is we'll flatten this whole area out. Which should give us plenty of pure dirt. Okay, so they've just cleared all that out. Let's get them to start digging this out now. And these guys are finished too now. Cool. Alright, so let's what is it? I've got a ramp being built over there, so let's clear you guys off of here. Yeah, we'll clear, so 8 excavators and 16 tier 2 trucks. And let's build a you know what, let's build a tower right here. Let's start pushing this wall back. So we'll grab this, we'll chuck our mine tower in here. We'll edit this area. We'll edit this area first, and not this area. Not that one. This one here. Drag him back to there. And then for this one, oh, drag that up a bit. Where is the limestone in here? Not anywhere here, so move this right over. We can then edit this area again and move that over. Push it backwards as well as expand it this way. Right, now we'll add our 16 trucks back onto here and our 8 large excavators. We'll get them to start flattening this out. That way our vehicles can get the access through here that they need. And we will rock all that. I did not realise that that was built as a ramp, which is what they are currently doing. So we need to fix that up. Clear all of that and that row there as well. Also another ramp here. Okay, and we'll leave those guys to just mine the stone and the limestone that's there. Should see all of our machines working here now. As they clear this off, we'll also extend this area out to here. That should be getting done pretty quick. Anyway, we'll leave that episode there. Thank you so much for watching. If you are enjoying the content, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, as well as hitting that notification bell. That way you get an update on future videos. This bridge is slowly getting built in multiple places, but nonetheless it is getting built, and we should also have heaps of steel starting to be built up, as we can see here, which is what our amphibious vehicles are coming to collect very shortly, I think. Now, he's heading over here to collect concrete slabs for some reason. I have no clue why, but he's going to do that, so let him do his thing. But with all that out of the way, thank you again so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.